Hey guys, what's up? So I've been asked a lot about this, so I'm going to do one really quick. This, just to clarify, this is not a Warlock tanking, like Leotheras tanking guide. This is just going over the gear. I've tanked Leo multiple times on a PTR right now, and I'm going to go over this is the gear that I'm wearing and the gear that I'm going to wear for Prog first as well. Okay, so I'm just going to do this quick little video real quick. Okay, so to start off, you have the Leo tank, as you obviously know because you wouldn't have clicked the video. You need a Warlock to tank Leotheras. You don't need one. But it's suggested that you use one, right? In order to do that, you need to be capped with fire res, okay? That means you get with the totems or auras or everything else in the world that you can get on your body, you need 285. That's what I'm suggesting everybody go out. Now, just to say right away, I, in my heart, don't think you need to be at 295 res. I don't think so. I'm tanking Prog at 285, maybe 295 to be safe, just in case Blizzard does some crazy shit. But I've tanked the 245. I've tanked the PTR the last week at 245. The week before that was 255. I've been going down in increments of 10 every time I've done it. So I started at 295, realized that I wasn't getting hit that hard, wasn't getting crit, well, nothing was happening. So I went down to 285, then 275, then 265, then 255, 245. So 245 is what I'm at right now. I'm not suggesting you go in 245. I did die at 245. Let me go ahead and say that clear too. But I'm just gonna try to you know, find that thin line of, you know, fire res, hit, and then making sure that you can get some spell damage, right? So you can do some good damage too. But just to be safe, we're gonna go at 285, which is what I'm going to suggest everybody go out right now. Before you flame in the comments about it, I don't care. This is what I'm suggesting. Okay, anyway, so for the helm, you have an option for a helmet, and it's really just only use your T4 helm, because you're gonna want to wear your T4 helm and your T4 shoulders. The only difference, what I can say with the T4 helm is, if you're doing a lot of Karazhans, you might be able to get another one, right? And if you get another one, if you wanted to, you could, where's it at? Right here. You could put fire res on another T4 helmet if you want, but I don't suggest it because this hit's kind of, I see a lot of these videos, nobody talks about the hit. The hit is very important. So I like to keep the hit one on there, but that's just not an option. Also, if you do have another one, you can put like a blue gem in or something, right? You can go ahead and socket that one with like a stamina gem if you feel like you're not too chunky, you know? This is exactly what I'm wearing and I'm fine every time, so you should be fine. So go ahead and run T4 2-piece. You're going to run that no matter what set you're going to do. And then obviously you get this. This is a neck that you're going to want to get from the Cypher. It's from the Cypher of Damnation questline, so it's not that hard to get. You just got to do the quest. You need to do that anyway to get attuned to TK. So Amulet of Torn Hair, go ahead and get it. 30 stamina, 24 res. Don't worry about it. The cloak. Now the cloak is a situation where if you have more than one cloak, no matter what, you want to put 15 fire res in a cloak. Now, you have another option here. I want to say this really fast before I even get there. So actually, let me finish this first. So for the cloak, just wear whatever T4 cloak you have. So you have options to put a 15 fire res cloak on here, right? Or if you have another cloak, then you could just put that on the other one. But you know, ours has sub on it. It's a 2% threat. You want to keep threat, not get rid of it. Granted, it's only 2%. It's not that big of a deal, right? But still, you want to make sure that you have some kind of fire res here. Okay, real quick though, I do want to say one thing. So there is a flask that you can use as well, right? I don't use it, but you can. This gives you 35 magic resistance, right? So to everything. So you have 35 fire res. So you can, like, if you don't have another cloak, okay, that's 15. You can take that 15 off. Maybe you don't want to worry about, maybe you want to worry about the stamina from bore speed instead. You can go ahead and put that in here, and then you can put your stats here. That's 8, 16. That's 31 fire res you're missing. You can go ahead and, if you really wanted to, just not worry about the fire res on those parts and just run this just for that fight. Especially because flasks are cheap. You can get a lot of flasks. You can just eat them back and forth throughout the fight. So if it's not mandatory to put fire res on the boots, the chest, or the cloak, but it's just, I have 2 cloaks, so it's easy. If you have 2 cloaks, it's easy. If not, then I guess you can go ahead and pop one of these, and that's fine. Up to you. For the cuffs, you can wear whatever cuffs you want, really. These are just the cuffs that I have. You can wear, I wouldn't wear bracelets to have it because there's no stamina on them. So I wouldn't just got these. You have 22 stamina and put a gem on them. You can also use a band of nefarious deeds. You can use any Grimstone if you want to. It has good hit, some stamina on it. You just want to make sure you have stamina on it as well as some hit. Yeah, but I just use general silk clubs because I already had them, so, you know, good stamina. I also have, so I use Bracers of Havoc in my normal set, but I actually have a pair of these that I bought from PvP because it wasn't hard to get, and then I enchanted it with 12 stamina and then put the hit jacket in there, so it's like really nice, you know. So the weapon, use whatever weapon you're going to use. Ignore the Sunfire enchant. You could, whatever enchant you want to run, do it. But I mean, if you're Fire Destro, which a lot of you guys are Fire Destro, you can do it as Fire Destro. It's better as Fire Destro, really, since you're spamming Searing Pain. So yeah, the Blood Maw Magus, use whatever weapon you have. I like to use this offhand because it's heavy hit. You don't have to use this. You can use whatever one you have, really. But I like to hit on this a lot. It has stamina and hit. Those are both very important for this fight. So I would suggest using the Jewel right there. And then for the 4 set, for the badges, for the 100 badges, you have the chest, you have the gloves, you have the pants, and the boots. Nothing else you could really get. Just get those and then enchant them as you normally would, okay? So like I said, fire res, unless you're doing the flask, and just run boots or bore speed, because it does give you speed, which doesn't matter, but it gives you a little bit of stamina, which can help a little bit, as well as the stats, right? So, and then put your 15 hit on the gloves, obviously. Girdle, I'm still using girdle. If you are Fire Destro, just use Spellfire belt. It does not matter. Just make sure you have a belt on, right? Pretty much. Pants, nothing really you can do about it. Or the boots, make sure you put the Runic Spell Thread on there, not the Mystic Spell Thread, you cheap fucks. Put this one, 35 spell damage, 20 stamina. Stamina's big. All right, for the rings, let's go ahead and you're going to wear For the rings, you're going to want to wear Phoenix Fireband. This is a fire res, has 30 of it on it and 34 stamina. It's a very big deal. Please get this. This is from the trial of Magtheridon, so you'll get it because it's part of the attunement. Do not worry. And Ash's gifts for the heavy hit. This is why I use it. You don't have to use this. Like I said, you can use whatever one you want. You can use band. You can use any ring. This is the one that I am personally using because it has the most hit and I want to be hit capped. Okay, next, trinkets. Scryer's Bludgeon for the hit, as you can guess, and then I use icons. Now, I will say that we run 3 Warlocks, right? So in our group, in our guild with 3 Warlocks, I am always in the Ellie group no matter what. Thus, I don't need this extra hit. Now, I know a lot of you guys will not be in the Warlock group to be able to tank. I think it is a good idea, by the way. If you are a Warlock tank, to be in that group. It helps a lot. The hit helps tremendously. The threat helps tremendously from the damage, crit, blah, 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 blah. So if you are not in an Ellie group, just pick up Arcanist Stone. This is one of my favorite trinkets. I don't ever use it. And just use that. And then just run short. Just run 16 short. You know what I mean? Just run at this instead. As for wand, just use the hit wand. Nothing too crazy here. Just use the hit wand. Now, know that you do want to do as much damage as you can, but your goal is to survive. It's not even a tank. It's an easy job to tank, guys. You pop your cooldowns, you spam Searing Pain. It's not hard, right? And especially, it's really easy because like right when the fight starts, literally right when the fight starts, I wait 2 seconds and I put a Doom on Leotheras and it pops right when I get in the demon phase every time I have aggro. No one's taking it from me. It's super easy. But yeah, guys, this is what I'm gonna wear. I will say that I will go into more detail with this. I got into more detail, but I will show this again, I guess today in the Warlock tanking video, which I'll do in a couple days. But the goal here is to make sure you're hit capped. I see too many fucking people do this and they're not hit capped. They just slap all their gear on and they put powerful gear on and they're sitting there missing a shit ton of Searing Pains, and that sucks because those guys are right on your ass. So your hunters and your Warlocks are right there under your ass when you're tanking. So you gotta be quick at it, right? Now, I know that you can also min-max this more if you really want to and add more stamina pieces. Like I said, you can switch this to the Bands to Various Deeds. You can go ahead and enchant this differently. You can put a couple more different belt of Divine Inspiration that gives you some more stamina. Like, I think like 9 more. There's a lot of other things where you can add more stamina if you want to. This is just what I'm running at, like I said. Okay, so don't chew my head off. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That's all I really want to show you. Just a quick, someone is asking what I was wearing, so now you guys know. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.